They say men are attracted to respect and feminine women. But let me tell you something. If you're not out here standing and being a man out here in society, you will never earn my respect. You can't expect the rewards of being a man if you're not being a man to your full potential. No woman out here, no real woman is going to respect that. Just like you wouldn't respect me out here twerking and just being a chicken head all day long. You wouldn't give me respect. To you, I would be labeled as or there's no way that you would give me the respect. You would have to see me walking in that in order to be able to naturally respect me. Anything else is fake. Same thing with a woman. If you're not out here doing your due diligence in society, protecting, leading, being strong, because women are attracted to strength, there is no way you can earn no respect. And for real, it don't really take that much. So if you're not being respected, that means that you're not being your full potential of a man that you're supposed to be. A woman can feel a man when he walks in the room. He don't have to say nothing. You could just feel the strength in him. You could feel his energy, the masculines, when he walks in. It's nothing that needs to be said. She automatically submits to that masculine energy because the energy cannot be denied. And that's facts.
Let's talk about it. Stay with me.
Nigga, what?
YouTube, welcome back to Anthony Spade Reactions. Today we're going to be talking about how to make a woman respect you. And I got about 6 ways to make a woman respect you, but the last one is going to be the most crucial, so make sure you stick around and watch that one. And the reason why I'm talking about how to make a woman respect you is because I get a lot of emails where guys say women are technically picking on them, or there always has something to say. Why do girls treat me this way? Why do they think they can bully me? Well, today I'm going to be breaking down 6 ways to make a woman respect you, especially when you're interacting with them on a date or in a relationship. You guys have to understand, when it comes to women and respect, the first thing that I want you to understand is this, is that respect is going to be earned through your actions and your behavior. It would never matter what's coming out of your mouth. What's coming out of your mouth is just something for the moment. People are going to do more judging on your actions and behavior because words lie. Words are used for manipulation. Majority of people who have heartbreak is because they listen to people's words and not their actions. With words being manipulative, it allows someone to do a complete different action and then support the actions with a lie with words. So you have to understand, when it comes to women, do not use words to try to talk respect. Don't try to sound smart. Don't try to sound alpha. Don't try to sound like you the man. Don't try to talk yourself up. Stay away from trying to use too many words to get her to look at you a certain way. Next thing, you have to respect yourself. Respecting yourself means that you take pride in what you look like. You ain't got to look like a superstar. You ain't got to have the best hairdo, but you got to look like you take pride in your hair. You don't have to have the best skin, but you got to look like you at least take a bath and brush your teeth. You don't have to have the best clothes, but your clothes have to look like they're clean, or at least look like they're presentable to you. They can't be too big, and they can't be too small, and they can't be too sloppy. Your presentation is everything when it comes to a woman, especially when it gains respect to a woman. She's always looking for a leader. So if you want respect from a woman, always look like you are a leader and you take pride in yourself. Next, now these are going to be some crucial ones. Listening. All right? As a man, the less talking and the more listening you do with a woman, the more advantage that you're going to have. What do I mean? A lot of women just love to talk and just ramble in their mouth and just keep talking and talking and talking. And they think you as the man, just because you like them, you're going to believe everything that comes out of their mouth because you technically want to sleep with them. You as a man, you may be like, nah, Aunt, that ain't what we doing. I don't mean that. Well, guess what? Women assume this because this is all they get all day long. It's guys that are trying to get with them. You want to be a good listener. And the reason why is because women love to ramble off at their mouth. All right? You need to be able to hear her stories so you could bring them back up in the future. All right? Whenever you can check someone in a lie without calling them out, You gain their respect because then she's going to be like, he's really paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm not going to be able to rumble off at my mouth, which means that I'm not going to be able to tell lies and get away with it. That's the whole point of listening to a woman, so you can repeat what you and her are talking about. Most women think guys are not listening to them and that what they're saying is going through one ear and out the other. Once you show her that I am going to be paying attention to everything that you're saying, it's going to stop her from telling you things that you want to hear. When you're not listening to her and you're just running your mouth, you're hoping you can keep talking a certain way and it changes how she views of you. This is why when a guy is getting ready to break up with a woman or a woman is breaking up with a guy, he's always like, but I love you, but I treated you nice. Men keep using their mouth and trying to talk their way into a woman respecting them and loving them, and it does not work that way. When you can listen to a woman, hear everything that she's saying, and go back and forth and interact with conversations feeding off of her, now you're going to gain the respect because that's going to prevent her from lying. If you let a woman lie, you give her an inch, she would take a mile, especially if she don't think you're going to investigate. If a woman sees that you're paying attention to her, she's going to respect you more because she's looking at it like, all right, he's searching for something different than sex. He's searching for something a little deeper. I can tell by the way he's listening to me and interacting. So you have to be a good listener. A lot of guys will listen to women, but their responses doesn't correspond with what she's saying because she may be going over his head. Women feel this way all the time. Make sure you're a good listener. Next thing, and that comes with listening, you have to be brutally honest. It's the only way to gain respect. Men hate being brutally honest because you think it's going to hurt the woman's feelings. You think that if you be brutally honest with you, it's going to mess up the chemistry between you and her, and then she's going to want to go and be with somebody else. No, when you're brutally honest with a woman, it may hurt her at first, but women are more realistic with brutally honestly than they are delusion, which means that they still gravitate towards the truth, even though the truth will hurt. That's why the nicer you are as a man, the more you're going to get played because she thinks you are a liar. When you are a brutally honest person, she respects it more because she's like, all right, this guy ain't going to tell me what I want to hear to try to get in my pants. This guy ain't gonna tell me what I want to hear just so I win the conversation because he don't want to be confrontational. All you got to do is be brutally honest a couple times, and I can almost guarantee you this: she will respect you for life. That's what men don't get. The quicker you get to being brutally honest with a woman, the quicker she's gonna start respecting you for who you are. Understand that. Do not hesitate to speak your mind. You know what they say about he who hesitates at war? He who hesitates is lost. So if you don't speak your mind and you're hesitant to do what you got to do, you're going to lose the entire argument and you're going to lose the respect to her. Trust me, women lose respect to men when they start arguing with them. All right? Learn not to argue with them. Get straight to the point. If you show her that you will let her lie, she'll continue to argue because she loves the attention and she may just need that adrenaline rush in order to get a new feeling. Women are like that. They pick arguments just to get a new feeling, especially with somebody that's scared to be honest. When you're honest, she's going to be extremely cautious what she argues with you about, but she's going to love your honesty. It's going to turn her on. Next, support her goals to succeed. This is what women do. Women think that men think they can't be successful. Most women are already bred to think this. When you're the man that's like, hey, I think you could do that. Wow, that sounds like a good idea. Wow, what can I do to help? What can I do to help you achieve your goals? Period. Because I got my own. I know what it's like to chase dreams and I know what it's like to have ambition. What can I do to help you? That sounds like a good idea. 9 times out of 10, women like to talk real big, like they some type of business women with big ideas, but they just talking, hoping that you try to shut it down so they can make you an enemy. A lot of people are like this. They want to have haters. They want to have people that don't believe in them. they want someone to be very combative with them so they can spark arguments and gain power. When it comes to a woman, when it comes to her dreams and goals, push them more than her. It's like, oh snap, you need help with this? You need help with that? You need help with this? I know I just drove in a circle because I made the wrong turn. So I got to go back around and make the right turn now. So help her support her dreams, and you will realize she don't really have dreams. She was just sitting there talking a whole good game. So you look at her as being some woman with value. Meanwhile, she just working a 9-to-5 in debt and got high credit card bills trying to buy stuff that she really didn't need. So always support her goals and her dreams because she really don't have any, but it shows that you're not a hater. The moment you show that you're not a hater, you're trying to drag her down, you're not trying to drag her down, you're not trying to be combative, she starts to respect you. Like, all right, this is a dude right here. He ain't like, if I argue with him, it's gonna be on some little kid shit. He gonna make me feel like a little girl. That's what women want to, they want to be around the guy that if they start doing stupid stuff and saying stupid stuff that they do with the beta males, he starts to look at her like she's a lame. That's where you got to get to when it gets to these women. Supporting her goals, being brutally honest, and being a good listener shows her that you need something deeper than sex. Women learn men faster than what men learn women. When you start looking like she's at an interview and acting like she's at an interview and you're waiting for her to fuck up without saying that, she is going to gain your respect. Next. Set boundaries and maintain them. That's simple. You have to have boundaries and you have to understand what her boundaries are. Typically, when it comes to a woman, you can maintain boundaries just by not giving too many compliments on her body. I always tell guys, if you really want to impress a woman, always give her compliments on her nails. Never give her compliments on her hair and her body because that's the main thing she's going to get compliments on. Compliments, the nails or the lipstick. Those are things that don't get compliments. When you're doing things like that, you don't go past the boundaries. Oh, you got a nice outfit on. I like those pants. I like those shirts. Oh, I like that thing around your neck. What all the guys are saying, she's gonna say, oh man, he's looking at my butt. He's looking at my chest. He's looking at this and he's looking at that. When you start complimenting nails, she's like, he's paying attention to the little details about me that all the other guys ain't. She's gonna respect you more. Why? It says this man needs more from me other than sex. He's looking for something more in me. That's where you want to keep a woman's mindset at, is that she feels like you're now different. Most guys are going to say the same things and come up with the same stuff whenever it comes to women. I'm going to pick this up as soon as I get out of the gym. I'll be right back. All right, guys, back out of the gym. We're going to go right into the next reason, and it's going to be show empathy towards disagreements. What do I mean by empathy towards disagreements? Whenever people have an opinion on things, right? It's something that they have thought about and have really put a lot of emotion into it, especially a woman. So whenever you come across a disagreement with a woman, it doesn't work like a man. In other words, if you disagree with a man, you'll be like, hey, I disagree and this is why. When you say I disagree to a woman, it's kind of like, hey, I really don't believe anything you're saying. She finds it very like disrespectful, and she'll lose respect because she thinks that you have become an enemy of hers. You have to realize women are pack animals. So they like to believe that they can join other people. So when it comes to disagreements, learn to say things like, oh, I understand what you're saying, but what about this? You got to learn how to twist conversation into your direction without being too blunt about it. Now, some of you guys may confuse that with being brutally honest. No, being brutally honest doesn't mean being disagreeable. Being brutally honest just means you're not going to beat around the bush for things, all right? You're going to express how you feel without being, you're going to express how you feel without beating around the bush. That's what brutally being honest means. So when I tell you have empathy towards disagreements, you have to understand, we live in a world where if someone comes across someone that doesn't agree with them, you automatically want to X them out of your life. you automatically don't want to talk to them anymore. You're automatically like, oh my God, you disagree with me? How? God bless your soul down. The devil must castrate a curse all over you because you don't believe what I believe. This is what people be thinking whenever someone disagrees with them. Well, if you want respect from a woman, don't seem so biased to your conversation. Don't be biased to her conversation. You have to have a medium in between where you can showcase to her, hey, I understand what you're saying, but have you ever thought about this part? All right, show empathy. Too many guys go on dates and you still red pilled up. You still got something against women, and it shows. It shows in everything that you do. This is why guys are sitting outside the club talking about hey, how much money does it take for a guy to take you out? How much money does it take to do this? How many guys is too many? What's sleeping with so many guys? That's nerd shit, bro. Like in real life, that's good for after the club, but you don't want to take that in your day-to-day life, like sitting up talking to a woman you like, trying to interview her like you're some sidewalk interviewer. You have to leave that alone. So learn to have empathy. What that means? That means even if you disagree with it, find another way to not be so brutal about contesting it. Too many men contest it immediately, and she thinks that it's you trying to have power because that's what weak people do. When weak people cannot win you over physically, they try to do it verbally. This is why people try to kill you with words. You may be able to win a conversation and battling people with big words, but you ultimately lose all their respect because it shows the signs of weakness. Next, be reliable. Be reliable to yourself and be reliable to her. Now, this is a big deal when I say reliable. That means that you must be what you're talking about. If you're telling her, I'm this type of guy, I'm that type of guy, I'm punctual, I'm on time, I do this, I got my life together, but you just talking and she sees something different, that's not being reliable to your words. Because if you can't stand on what you believe in and actually back up what you're really doing and speak it with truthfulness, then she's gonna automatically lose respect for you. You have a lot of guys out there that like to say what I'm about to do. Stay away from the I'm about to do, what I plan on doing. Stay away from those and tell her what you're doing now to build up to that. A lot of people like to describe a business that they want to be in or a business venture or something they want to invest in, but they don't have any details. They're just talking. When you're reliable to your words, then you're able to back up the steps that you've already been taking in order to get to your conclusion. That's going to be a big deal. And I'm going to tell you guys again, the biggest mistake that men make whenever it comes to a woman is talking too much. Women will only respect you through your actions and your behavior. If you behave like a weak man, she's not gonna respect you. If you behave like a strong man that uses less words, she's going to respect you. Less is more when it comes to a woman. Less attention, less calling, less talking, but still showing actions that you're interested. That's what you have to learn with women. We're living in a time period now where men have become so weak. You try to do what women do and try to talk what you want people to treat you, when ultimately, if what's coming out of your mouth does not match your appearance, you have already lost. And I say that, and I've said this a lot on Instagram. I've said, nobody cares how smart you are if your reflection looks like you've made bad decisions. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video and get in the comments and let me know, what do you do in order to get a woman to respect you? This is Anthony Spade. Comment, like, subscribe below. Hasta la vista.